All right, good morning, afternoon, evening, night, depending on wherever you find yourself in the globe. This is Kingdom Economic Forum. We are always excited to come your way, and trust me, over the last 4 weeks, we've tried to look at certain things. We are saying that in Kingdom Economic Forum, we don't complain. We solve problems from the root, and then the moment we're able to identify the problem, we come up with solutions. Sometimes, trust me, some of our solutions seem a long distance kind of thing. And that's why we are doing this video. We know posterity will judge us right because we are giving us certain things that maybe in the next 20, 50 years, the youth that will be coming will understand the things we are sharing with you. And the last 4 weeks, if you look at the issue of gross domestic product, we've told you the history, we've mentioned to you what it measured and what it doesn't measure, and giving you reasons why, from kingdom perspective, we need to look at the measurement. We've told you that what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done. So if you really want to see progress in your society, it could be your church, it could be your community, your nation. Look at the things you are measuring. What you are measuring is what is being managed. So the moment you miss out with your metrics, when you get wrong metrics or when you don't measure certain things, trust me, you produce the results because that is what you are doing. And if you need to change anything at all, globally, nationally, individually, then the advice is that let's look at what we are measuring. If you're a church and you are measuring salvation as your parameter, souls won, souls baptized, souls number attending. If it's all within the salvation aspect, it will be difficult to have impact in the community because you are not measuring the kingdom aspect. After they have been won, what are they doing in society? So if you are not measuring what they are doing in society, then it will happen that you have the numbers, but they will not be doing the impact. That's why we have so many churches in the country, but we are not making impact because the person who came to church, the measurement is that he attendance, but we haven't measured what he impacted in the community. How many changes the person brought in his workplace. We need to have those. If the moment we begin to measure, trust me, the impact will be so great. In the country now, we've told you that we just measure productivity in a sense that in the monetary terms only. We look at the money aspect when it comes to GDP. But the things that we have not quantified in monetary terms are not being measured. Therefore, people are not taking attention. They are not looking at it. Even if somebody is doing it, the one who is working to be paid things that the person who is doing something that has social impact, but because he's not being paid or has not been factored, they think that he is not actually doing anything. And that is why on Kingdom Economic Forum, we want to, by the grace of God, we believe that these things we are going to share with you are inspired. It might not be making even sense to the academia because we are not looking at it. You went to school, you did economics, but what you were told was that economics is about scarcity. So we have scarcity mentality. But in the kingdom of God, ours is abundance. We think that we have abundant resources. All we need to do is stewardship. We have not been able to steward the abundance that we have. You look around you. Whatever God created, He created in excess. The air you are breathing. I don't need to stop breathing before you breathe. He has made it excess. That's the kingdom economics. Look at the water available to us. We can drink the water around us. So in kingdom perspective, things are not scarce. The challenge we have in our society is about stewardship. That is the challenge. So today, we promise you that we're going to share certain things that we believe we have to measure as a country. As not just as a country, Ghana, as African, and as the whole world. We want the World Bank to listen to us, the IMF, the African Development Bank, and we want governments to listen to us. And we told you last week that those things are not new. Other countries have tried it. Bhutan tried it. Even in UK, they are trying some sector. In America, a certain state has tried. But in our discussion, we are contextualizing, and so we are using Ghana as a case. Things that we can measure. So in the next, say, 5-7 weeks ahead of us, today we are giving you the domains that we think we need to measure. But in the next series, we'll take each of the domains and deal with it, how we can do it. And we are praying that policies makers will listen to us, politicians will listen to us, pastors, chiefs, opinion leaders, listen to us. We are bringing another perspective. As a nation, as Ghana or Africa, we will liberate ourselves. And some of them that we are going to share, our forebears did them. But we have gone to school, we think that it doesn't make sense. But our forebears were able to use it to develop locally. If you go to our YouTube, we've told you about that the fact that African brought civilization. And years ago, our forebears had streets that had lights, that they had mansions that in Europe they were having none. They were living in caves. So we're going to go back to Sankofa. We go back and relive those things and then add modernization to it. This, maybe my intro has been long, but I think I wanted to give some perspective. I have my brother with me. It has been 5 years we started New African Concept.
Yes.
What is happening? Maybe you tell us and then we move on to today's.
Yes, so Nana, thank you very much for the opportunity. And this is Kingdom Economic Forum. We are so much grateful to God for how far He has brought us. 5 years down the line, so far so good. As we said, this year is pregnant with a number of activities. I think majority of them will be from August. Between August to December, we'll be having a number of activities back to back. For now, what is still rolling is our mentorship, our mentorship system, which is the Lead Well Scholars. Currently, we have for our current running cohort, we have about 50 very buoyant students who are doing so excellently. So excellently. So every month we do meet and we have various topics on leadership, public speaking, morality, various elements. And I can say, as we've been saying, we see a new tomorrow.
We see a new tomorrow.
I think it is shifting from just a mantra to more or less a reality.
A reality, yeah.
The more we engage these young ones, and then the kind of passion and zeal and the commitment they really have to effect changes, it makes me really happy that we are actually on the right track.
Maybe it's amazing. Maybe let me add my voice. Yeah. We haven't done this before, but I think whilst you're talking, I think I have to make this appeal. The New African Concept things that we are doing, my brother, my father, my friends, there's a need for you to support. In fact, with our own little resources, we are doing so much. But trust me, if you can come in to support, the legacy you leave behind, it will surprise you. Yeah. So we want to appeal to you. In case you want to be of help, support in kind, we need money so that we spread it. Some of you, we are helping your children to become the real persons in society. We want you to come and support. Support New African Concept because we see a new tomorrow. We don't complain, but we are working on. But we want you to come and support us. Maybe I just thought I have to do special appeal.
Yes, very, very special appeal. And I think that with enough resources, we'll be able to do more and then replicate what we are doing within the shortest possible time. So our arms are widely open in cash or in any means or form possible to really push the agenda.
Maybe you can put the contact there, those who want to help, email and a contact page.
Yes, so my contact, that is 0246 292840. 0246 29 28 40. That is my personal contact. You can reach out to me any day, anytime through WhatsApp or call or SMS, and then we'll be very glad to also dialogue from there.
In fact, what the New African Concept is doing, if you're a politician, if you want to even set your own political party, I can tell you that you have to be with them. Yeah. If you really want to bring the needed change, if government mention about resetting. We haven't seen the reset, but the New African concept is doing it.
This is a real reset.
This is a real resetting, changing minds, changing worldviews. So the various ministries, please, you can contact New African Concept and partner with them. I know you are even partnering with anti-corruption agency.
Yes, Transparency International.
Transparency International. We're doing that.
Yeah.
Let's partner. We see a new tomorrow.
We see a new tomorrow.
Ghana be sweet too. Africa be sweet. So we see a new tomorrow.
Give time some time.
That's a point. All right, coming back though.
Yes.
The thing is, what get measured, get managed, and what get managed, get done. This is beautiful.
Extreme.
Very beautiful. If you are a manager, if you are a business owner, if you are a leader, a family, as a family, if you are a traditional leader, whatever position, a president, assemblyman, this must stay with you. What gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done.
Gets done.
So whatever is being done in society is because of what we are measuring. Maybe I don't want to deviate, but listen. Now the society is measuring success from monetary point of view, and that's why we have problem. Our problem in the world at the moment, in Africa, in Ghana, is the measurement. Yes, we are looking at the number of cars, the number of whatever houses. So is that a real measure of success? And because we haven't questioned it, that's why our boys and our girls are doing all manner of things. That's why we get politicians and they will come and steal, steal, kill and destroy. Because we are even, the way we are measuring the politician is even wrong. The way we are measuring our leaders are wrong. What get measured? If the measurement is wrong, the management is wrong.
Yes.
And what will be done? We are killing ourselves. We will kill ourselves. So this one, even if you will not say anything, ever since you listen to Kingdom Economic Forum, if you not understand anything, I want you to let this quote: what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done. So if what is being done is wrong, the obvious solution is look at what?
As you track
the measurement. What is being measured?
Metrics being measured.
The metrics.
Yes.
So maybe before we come to the specific for Ghana, which we'll be looking at for Ghana, but it could be we can add on or subtract. Let me tell you, this is a serious debate. We are not debate in a way, but it's a different perspective.
Yes.
That we want the academia to critique this perspective.
Yes.
We want the policymakers to critique. We want you to give us contrary solution.
Counter perspective.
Counter perspective. Give us counter perspective. Sorry. But we believe that from Kingdom Economic Forum, we believe that the things that we're going to share with you will be so amazing. But before we go to that, maybe what?
Yes. So just like to pick up from what you were saying. Yeah. So it was a quote by Peter Drucker, who, in fact, is in management studies is the father of management, modern management. In fact, he is a guru when it comes to that aspect. And that quote is so powerful, so powerful for personal life, institutions, national, continent, because definitely what gets measured then will come with an automatic management. And then also will translate into what is being done. So the example you gave, and this is something which we are so passionate about it. We are so passionate about it, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. The example you gave, that the measure of success in our context is mostly materialistic or monetary. Now, what happens is that the danger is that if you have a society that places emphasis on material possessions as the metric to measure success, then the upcoming generation will naturally look up to them, and then to them just get the money any means possible. And
society will praise you.
Society will praise you.
In fact, thankfully, we are adding our voice to what Otumfuo just said this week. Or Nyamisha, we needed such voice. And those of you, when we get such voice, we need to hang on and push it and let it become reality. The best our leaders like Otumfuo can do for us is to add a voice to let us know the values we are having. Because we, in the church, like you said, that you think that the moment you get money, you get any position.
It's a done deal.
Whether you believe it or not, that is the mindset of the youth. I had some discussion just this week. And that's the conclusion of the young man I was speaking to. I say he's not being taken care of in the church because he's not having money. Not in taking care of in terms of he needs something from, but his case has come and people are not treating him fairly. But he thinks that if he was to have money, these people wouldn't come and
attention will be.
No, they wouldn't even have the guts to come and approach him to tell him that what he's doing is wrong. We are doing. We need to. What gets measured?
What gets measured gets managed.
Money. And now, Jesus said, "You cannot serve two masters." And he was so emphatic about material thing and God. You cannot serve God and money. But also for. I can say authority, the problem in Ghana is that we are serving money. From the church to the tradition, whatever. Everywhere. Money has voice.
Everywhere.
The so-called church we are doing is about money. Most of them. Money is, God knows that we are serving money. We haven't come yet to the kingdom. But Jesus said, but seek ye first.
Seek ye first.
The kingdom of God and its righteousness. And all other things. We are not preaching, but these are the principles of our Kingdom Forum. The Kingdom Economic Forum is about this. We are seeking money. Somebody will kill you for money. If he thinks that your position you're occupying, that's where the money is, he will come and he will malign, he will say things that are not true so that they will take you out, and then they come there. The intent and purpose was to come and amass wealth.
And you can see with even our Galamsey.
Galamsey.
I mean, the churches around the Galamsey sites are making money.
They are making offerings.
The tithes.
Some are even building churches for the church. Buying cars for pastors.
So it naturally mutes the voice. That we cannot really say much. So we just play around it because we know that it's also a heavy source of income. A heavy source of income. So it is really, really serious. And that is why it is a clarion call to shift the metrics of measurement as far as success is concerned. Success in terms of our personal lives. Success in terms of various institutions. So if you are a school, an educational system. In our system, what is success? Get 9 ones or maybe 8 E's.
That's the success. So how you get it? They don't get it. They don't get it. And some of the schools, in fact, the sad thing is even the GES measure the headmaster based on the results.
Yes, based on the results. So it has nothing to do with the quality of life of the students. No. I mean, once you pass, and because of that measurement, it places a hysterical pressure on the headmasters to find all
means, ways and means.
Yes. So just pass, my students should pass, and then you get the award. You get the award.
Anyway.
So it's an interesting
the journey ahead. Don't miss it. No, the journey ahead, and we're going to be brutal. Honestly, we need to. You're saying in our language, saying that fascinating is noisy. If there's a wound, the English is what.
The uncle.
And uncle, yeah. And just so fascinating, uncle. Or the latter. If there's a wound there, if you don't dress the wounds, you're going to amputate the leg. And that's what we need to do. Else, we cannot sit down and see our country being drawn. Silence means we are in support. And we will not sit down for few people because of wrong measurement to destroy our own society, the next generation will not be happy with us.
Yeah.
Our ancestors will, if you go, you die, you will not sleep well. Because you watching it, there's no legacy. We want to help all of us. We are passionate about what we do, and we believe that you align with us. So, Doc, coming back to Ghana, I think that we need to begin to measure what we call Ghana Wellbeing Index, called GWI. That's what we are proposing. Yeah. Instead of having GDP, we are going to have GWI. This is our perspective. So listen to us. We can even do it side by side with your GDP.
Definitely.
But we think that we need to have what we call GWI, Ghana Wellbeing Index. Now the question is, what is the vision? Why do we want to have that? The vision is that we want a national requirement system that tracks what matters for human flourishing in Ghana. Listen to me. We want to have a metric system that tracks what matters for human flourishing in Ghana, not just economic outputs. The vision for us to come out with Ghana Well-Being Index is to track human flourishing in Ghana, not just the economic output. Yeah. What is the core principle in raising this GWI? I will mention this, and then our Doug will come in to tell us the main domain. He will take us through. But the core principle is that what gets measured gets managed.
That's right.
What gets managed reflects what we value. That's the core principle. Listen to me. What do we value? What we value is what gets measured. And what gets measured gets managed. Yeah. And what gets managed reflects what we value. What do we value? In fact, you gave an example of Galamsey. The water bodies are being destroyed. We don't value it. What we value is the gold, the money. Because we value the gold, which is the money, we don't care about how we get it done, so we don't value the method. In fact, truthfully, there are methods. If we really value the water and the land, there would have been a method to get the gold without destroying the water and the land. But because our obsession is the gold, that we don't value the land and the water, we go brutally, we use brutal method to get our gold, to hell to the water, the trees and the land. So our core principle in advocating for Ghana Wellbeing Index is that maybe you can say it after me, listening to me, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed reflects what we value. Wow. And in this discuss, who are our audience? In what we are doing, who are our audience? Number one, we expect government to listen to us. Government at all levels, the executive, the parliamentarian, the judiciary, the whatever. We also expect the traditional authorities to listen to us. Private sector, civil society, faith-based organization, the media, academia, international partners, and we expect the household to listen to us. These are our stakeholders, these are the audience. That these things can be implemented at all levels that I have mentioned. The government can implement, the traditional authorities, the private sector, civil society, faith-based organizations, media, academia, international partners, and then the household. This is what we are promoting, Ghana Wellbeing Index. Though, I therefore want you to come in, maybe in the next 5 minutes. We have come up with about 9 domains that we want you to mention, and then we will take each of domain one by one in our episode. The floor is yours, though.
Yes, so thank you very much, Nana. So at least we keep on reiterating that statement that what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed reflects what we also value. This is so serious, so serious, so serious, and I believe this is the heart of nation building discussions. This is really the heart. All other things are secondary, and when these things are missing, it doesn't really matter
how the speed.
The speed. It doesn't matter the leaders that come up. It has some issues that we. So we want to just quickly run through the proposed 9 metrics or the domains that we are proposing under the Ghana Wellbeing Index. That if we commit to these domains, it will go beyond just measuring economic output to that holistic outputs of flourishing outputs of our nation. So number 1 is on the aspect of health. Predominantly, the metric we have under health has to do with the diseases, both maybe curative and then preventive diseases. But we want to take it a step further and then explore more of the peace of mind. So here, the metric under or the domain of health is not just the prevalence of disease. That one is called an overt perspective. But even beyond it, or even before we come to the preventive and then the curative, which normally defines what we have in our health care system, we should be looking at things like the peace of mind, which I believe when we start taking it into details, we will explore into details. Then number 2 is also the aspect of community, communalism. I think this is one thing that our forebears used to really commit to. But well, in the course of time, Western influence, individualism, and things, it has made everyone, as we normally say, each one for himself, God for us all. So we also explore so that as we measure the advancement and progress of our nation, we will be looking at to what extent is are we knitted together? Are we collaborating so that we are not just looking at how much an individual is able to produce, but we'll be looking at
the collective,
collectivism, collaboration, and it will affect everywhere: individuals, education, family, and even at the corporate world.
But before on this community thing that you did, yesterday, I think I put something on my Facebook and I said, it burdens me to see that even among Christians we can't do business together.
Serious.
We come to pray together, we worship together, we read the Bible together. When it comes to doing business together,
run crusades together.
We run crusades together. When it comes to doing business, then we put on our flesh. And so community issue that you even mentioned, our forebear did what we call a noboa. This is a kingdom way of making money, a noboa system. God has told us that 1 will chase 1,000 and 2 will chase 10,000. This is divine. So these are things we are going to bring up. Maybe we haven't gone there, but sometimes it comes to mind. People can come and stay in a community new site. They will not come together, and armed robbers will be terrorizing them. How? What is wrong with us? That we are all staying as neighbors.
Yes.
We can come together and say, okay, let's put our resources together. Let's get a security person who might or set up a community watchdog.
Yes.
We sit there and armed robber. One person can terrorize all of them. Obia bocage. Each for us.
Everyone is looking at how to beef up his personal security.
No. Anyway, it's going to be interesting discussion. We've mentioned 2. The next one.
So the third one we have is the time use. And as you know, on this platform, we are literally obsessed when it comes to time. So time use. We've already said that time is life and life is time. and that if you do not regard or respect time, then you do not also respect life. And definitely we cannot progress as a nation if we do not. So here we are going to shift strongly from the usual GMT Ghana time, a whole revolution on it, and we are very confident on it. And we are confident on it that a time is coming soon, as we said, and we started seeing it even with our lead world scholars. Normally it's at 9. By 8:50, almost everyone is seated, and they are not Asians, they are Ghanaians. So imagine if we multiply in the course of time, we will see that whatever time is said, if it is 9, by 8:50, the whole place is full. We are ready. So
in fact, what you have said, let me mention that when you go to our Church of Pentecost, when chairman organizes meeting at Pentecost Convention Center, PCC.
Okay,
my brother. If the service is supposed to start at 8, by 7:45,
yes, I think I've observed that.
Everybody is seated. Yes. But my worry is that when they come back to the main church, we don't implement it. But chairman is showing us the way for us to implement it at all levels. Anyway,
interesting. Okay, so number 4 is the environment. Environmental stewardship is also another domain that we'll be exploring.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that our interests will not just be, like we were saying the other time, just how much gold we are extracting to boost up our GDP, regardless of its environmental degradation. And so any economic outcome that is on the account of environmental degradation is not factored in.
Yeah.
Yes. So that the real picture then comes to bear. Okay, so we also have the spiritual life.
Wow.
We've said that there is the internal self of man, and it is as a man is, so is a society.
Yeah.
So it is also necessary that, and this is where the religious fraternities come to play, where we critique the modalities that they use in measuring the advancement of their various religion or churches.
In fact, adding to that,
yes,
like Dog is saying, when we get there, we're going to be brutal.
Extreme.
We expect that the spiritual aspect to bring improvement,
flourishing,
yes. Improvement in the human life. If it is deteriorating, we will question that. So we will come to that maybe.
Yes. It raises more questions than answers. Then we also have the livelihood dignity. Yes, so the livelihood dignity, where it's going beyond just the possession of maybe the income that the person is making, but rather that holistic well-being of the person.
Wow.
And then again, a very lovely place will be the education with values.
With values.
It's another aspect we have a lot to unpack. Education with values. Not the acquisition of certificates, not just merely passing with grades, exams-oriented educational system, but rather the quality of life that the person also has, in addition to the intellect as well. And then also the aspect of governance. Is another. So the journey ahead is going to be
very weightier matters.
Weightier matters.
If while you are talking, this one, it will take us the whole year because it's serious.
I think we will take our time to really unpack them. Yes.
We need to do that.
So that is it. So that is governance. Look at what really constitutes a thriving governance. So that, is it just the building of roads? Is it just the running of even the policy formulation? What goes into it, and many other things. And finally, the security aspects, where we are looking at peace and safety. Peace and safety. So now these are the 9 major domains under the Ghana Wellbeing Index that we are proposing on this platform, Kingdom Economic Forum, which we believe we will take it one after the other to unpack the sub-metrics under each domain and how it could be measured, and then how practically in our context we can run with it.
Wow, this has been Kingdom Economic Forum. Today we came to propose to you that there's a need for us to measure human flourishing. And what we want to propose, the name for that is Ghana Well-Being Index. Maybe other names can come, but
Yes.
the focus is that at the end of the day, all the index must measure the flourishing, human flourishing, not just economic output. So we have mentioned 9 of these that we are proposing to various stakeholders. We have told you the various stakeholders, the government, traditional institutions, we've told you private sector, academia, media, civil society, international partners, and then household. The religious,
Yes.
and then the household. Next week, we're going to take the first domain, that is the health, the health aspect. Prof has told us that we don't just have to measure the hospitals, the number of hospitals, but peace of mind. Sometimes, having gone to the hospital, the drug that they will give to you will not give you peace. So we want to see how we can measure that. We're going to, in an attempt to do that, we will look at the reasons to measure. We will also list the institutions that we expect them to play a role and why the domains matters to them in those various institutions. Another aspect that we will look at is that strategies to measure. We are going to give you how can we measure those things. We'll give you the strategies, even by institutions. We will do that. And then what are the advantages after all, and the risks and difficulties in all these things that we've come up with those risks and difficulties about that. And then conclude on the key stakeholders and what we expect them to do. So this has been Kingdom Economic Forum. Do well to visit our YouTube page. We have so many things that we have shared over there. We also remind you of the Agenda 50 books, the Kingdom-driven series books that we have developed that we'll be launching in August, September. We are launching all the 50 together, both print, online, and audio. We're doing it all together. Wow. And I can tell you that it's going to be amazing. It's something that we want to contribute to knowledge. We want to contribute to knowledge as part of what God has used us to do. So, until we come your way next week, this has been Kingdom Economic Forum. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.